Good morning. Today we are going to do the exercises of practical life and we are going to do pouring. Remember last time we had introduced to you pouring where you had to pour from one cup to another cup or from one tumbler to another tumbler. So in the cup I had given you an instruction how to hold the cup also. Remember, with your thumb, 3 fingers tucked in and your little finger. Little finger has to go down. Okay. So this was the instruction given to you. I hope you have been doing this frequently, or for pouring use to your hand for this grip to pour. Okay. Now we are going to do today pouring of water. Okay. Last time we were pouring grains. That was okay. This time we are going to pour water. So it can be a little messy. So definitely for that you have to bring your wiping cloth and your oil cloth. Okay, oil cloth and wiping cloth is compulsory. You have to bring it so that you can avoid any kind of messy scene when you're working. Okay. Now, whenever we do this activity, you have to make sure that there is a measure on the cup. Can you see a line drawn here? Yes, we draw the line so that children can see up to the level where they should pour and stop. This is very important. It's very important they know where to stop. That's a very good control of the hand also, because the hand can easily just pour off just like that. In pouring activities, what we are working on is the slow movement of pouring so that they have the complete control of their hand and they can stop where they want to stop. Because this is easy. This flopping is very easy. But to pour gently without spilling and stop when you have to stop is a very, very, very excellent activity to know that the child has got control over his or her hands. So for that, in all pouring activities we have this marking of a line where the child has to pour. So today I have this activity of pouring from one lota to another lota. This is called lota. It's actually a Hindi word meaning lota. We call it somb. So here in this also I would have given a mark. You will not be able to see because it is inside. So the child, we ask them to go fill water up to that marking only. They cannot pour up to the brim and come. No, it is only up to that level that they have to pour and bring. And once they have brought, we ask them to start pouring it. So this is how we go about it. We hold it at the neck of the lota. You see the grip? Watch how I pour. Now for this I don't need the tray. Very slowly. Now after pouring, there could be just one drop here which we just wipe off. Again. Right into the middle. Okay. Now in this activity, the things that you have to take care are: 1. Pouring right into the middle. 2. You cannot support it like this. Initially the child will be scared to spill, so they may be going down and take support from the one below. But that is not how it is. They have to lift and pour. So this requires certain practice and it is an excellent practice. Naturally children love this activity of pouring water. Not because it is water or they get to be naughty, because they want to master it. They would have seen you pouring from a glass or drinking also directly like that. Now since they have witnessed all those things, they have this inherent talent where they have to really master it. So you have to give them the opportunity. At Montessori, that's our work, to give them that opportunity. At home, if you give it, that's the best way the child can learn. Always you have to allow them to pour. So help them to do the pouring. It is the same action for the left-handers and for the right-handers. The left-handers just have to make sure that they raise their hand up and the water goes right into the middle, and always wipe off the tip. Now when the activity is over at school, we have a very important responsibility for the child, that the child has to go pour it back into the sink. Now the activity is over. So they have to pour it back into the sink and wipe the lota and the tray and put it back in its place. No water, completely dry, it has to go into the shelf. This is also a responsibility of the child. The child must learn to be responsible. The next activity will be an extension of this. I am giving you two activities. Here again I have a mug and I have 3 tumblers. It is in this activity that the child will be demonstrating the complete control, because in the earlier activity the child was pouring fully, but here the child will have to stop. So here again in these tumblers I have markings up to where I must draw and stop. All the tumblers will have that marking. This mug also has a marking up to which the child has to pour and bring water. It's all completely a child's activity. The teacher is not involved in this. The child has to fill up this. The child has to bring all these. They know it when they are at school. They know how to go about it. So they'll come. Now, we are going into the activity. See what I am going to do. You see the grip? My little finger has to be underneath. Please tell me stop when I reach the line.
Stop.
Stop. Wipe off that drop. Please tell me stop when I reach the line. Stop. Please tell me stop when I reach the line. Stop. Now if you notice, there will be little water left in it. It has to be so, because we want the child to only fill up to that level. They cannot empty this. They have to make sure that they pour and there is still sufficient in this. The activity is not about emptying this. The activity is about gaining control when to stop. So there could be some excess left in it. It's okay. Now when the activity is done, they can pour it back. Wipe it out. Do you see any water spilled here? No. Even if you are spilled, no problem. Use a wiping cloth to wipe off the surface. We use this little sponge. This wiper is almost like a sponge, so it can absorb. Once it is done, they can continue pouring again. Every time the child is pouring, the child has to say stop when they reach the line. Stop. Every time the child has to wipe it off. Stop. Stop. This is how the activity is done. Things to bear in mind is they have to pour very slowly. They have to raise their hand to pour, and they will stop at the point. Also wipe off any excess drop that is standing at the tip. It's very important. They will be very happy to achieve that level of mastery, and to show and to also demonstrate to you that they can do it without messing. Do not allow them to mess. If they are messing, tell them that you are going to put it away, and only when they are ready to do it the way it has to be done, you have to give it to them. Okay, I hope you all have a nice time doing this activity. Please do it. Thank you. See you again in the next video. Bye.